Hi. So this evening I'm going to talk about Rahanni, celestial healing. So what Rahanni is Rahanni means of one heart, and Rahanni is heart-based, so it's good for all issues of the heart, for grief, for respiratory issues, for anybody who would be, suffering grief, loss, even anxiety, for anybody who would even have a broken heart. That's what Rahanni is good for. And then I've been asked a few questions as well, you know, um, who was the founder of Rahanni and when did Rahanni come into being? So Craig had asked those questions. So Rahanni was basically, Carol Ann Stacey is the lady who Rahanni was revealed to. And basically she is a Reiki teacher, and then she just got guided one day to come up with a system of Rahanni celestial healing, and that was in August of 2002, August 4th of 2002. So basically when I use Rahanni, it does feel similar to Reiki, but then it's also slightly different in that it's heart-based. It has this lovely pink energy, and I would find it does have specific hand positions which are slightly different than Reiki. So when I use a Rahanni session, it very much is, the focus is working on the heart for healing all issues of the heart. So basically with Rahanni, when I'm working on somebody, what I would generally do is I would just, the way I now use Rahanni myself is I would just use it, Rahanni just basically over the heart chakra, and then I would do Reiki on the other areas of the body. I know when I was taught Rahanni, there are specific Rahanni heart hand positions. So I just tend to use Rahanni's over the heart, but then you can use Rahanni on the whole body. You can do a treatment like that, but that's just how I use the Rahanni. I use it specifically kind of over the heart chakra, over the chest area. So basically when I do Rahanni these days, Rahanni is sent as a distance therapy. Rahanni can be a 1 hour session like Reiki, or I usually do a mixture of Rahanni and some other therapies. But nowadays with the Rahanni, I basically just send the Rahanni as a distance session, and it really, it is sent as a healing for the heart. And I've had people who've had the sessions and they've had, huge benefit from the Rahanni, because they do feel it is slightly different than the Reiki. And I haven't probably been doing, I learned the Reiki first in 1999, and I've probably only been doing the Rahanni, 5-6 years. I'm trying to remember which year I learned the Rahanni, but I've probably only been doing the Rahanni maybe 5 years, maybe between 5 and 10 years. And I find with the Rahanni, when I'm using the Rahanni, the energy does feel different than the Reiki. It's just a different vibration. So I find that, for my clients who have anxiety or who have, grief or respiratory issues, or the kind of, maybe some people, especially in the time we're in now, when they want to work on issues of the heart, then I would be sending the Rahanni to work on that deep level of heart healing. So that's basically what Rahanni is, and it's called Rahanni Celestial Healing. So Rahanni really, has not been around as long as like Reiki and the other therapies that I would do, but I do find it is a very deep therapy, and I find myself, you can use Rahanni on yourself like the Reiki. So when you're working at that deep level, it is a deep healing for the heart. And it is that lovely pink colour, that very nurturing pink colour that really kind of soothes and heals as it works. So that's basically what Rahanni is. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about it today. So when you're asking about the different therapies that I do, you can have your IET, which can be sent remotely, your Rahanni, your Reiki, and your sound healing. And then over the next few weeks, I'm just going to go through and give a series of different talks on the different modalities I do. And then next week I'm going to be talking about sound healing as well, and sound healing can also be sent remotely as well. So if anybody has any questions they want to ask me about the Rahanni, or any questions related to healing, please feel free to pop it in the comments below, and then I can come back and answer that question later on. So thank you for tuning in and listening. And that's really what Rahanni is. It's heart-based. It is a lovely pink energy. It balances the male and the female and the masculine. And it also is a healing for the heart, for all issues of the heart. So that's basically Rahanni in a nutshell. So feel free to ask me any questions, any comments about any of the modalities I do, about crystals, about essences, and I will get back to you on that. So thanks for checking in, and thanks for listening, and stay safe.